Green is showing up every single day. Our theme today as we get game ready is about what level of commitment do you have to achieving the goals that you set out in January. I mean, we're kind of now getting into the springtime, right? This is the time we either have to step up our game and really dive in, or we tend to forget what we set out first week in January. These are our goals. Maybe you've even forgotten what you're doing by now. What level do you play at? There's all levels of life. And it's the degree that you commit to and the actions you take behind that commitment is really going to show you how much you value achieving those goals. I'll give you an example of just something that happened to me today. I decided that, you know what, when we first moved here, that I was going to walk in the woods every day and get myself into that enlightened state and ground myself so that the choices I make come from a very solid place to where nature can really bring you to that place. That's what I believe, and I have found that to be the reason that any of my successes has come from that place. Yet it's easy not to do also. I have to get up a half hour earlier than normal to take that quiet time. And I wanted to add to it a little bit more exercise to it so that I'm staying in shape. I've been allowing myself to make excuses. And that's when we really talk about commitment at the deepest level, is when we make the excuses. We go, well, you know what, we've got this or that. Like for me, well, I don't belong to a gym yet. We haven't, signed up with a gym yet here. We had a gym when we were in California, and it was easy for me to go out and keep my body in shape. Now I have that excuse that, well, when I get around to it, I'll do it. Well, I decided that I don't even have to necessarily be in that gym to get the exercise I need. I just have to make a commitment. So today I combined everything. I ran and I walked. So I got that quiet time, but I also ran, and then I did push-ups, I did sit-ups, I did some other stretching, I did all kinds of things that I could do now rather than wait, because I made a commitment. And I almost didn't live that commitment, because when I got up this morning, I set my alarm up. Normally, no matter what time my coaching calls start on any morning, I always wake up at least a half hour early to get myself programmed and into that space so I can be the best possible coach I can be. So I always do that. Now, to add to this, I had to get up a half hour earlier than that. So it's an hour and a half before my first call. Now, I could get up a half hour before my call, and sometimes I'll, if I have to, I do that. And I can get up, get myself going. But I make a commitment that I want to be the best, and I know to be the best, I need that extra time. So now even adding to it to keep myself even at the highest level, because I know without exercise, I don't operate as well. It's mind, body, and soul. And if I'm not taking care of my body, I'm not going to be as good as I possibly can be. So when that alarm went off this morning, I kind of went, oh, this bed feels so good. I don't really need, I don't really have to get out there and do that. Luckily, I've got a support partner, and Kathy goes, hey, aren't you going out there? Didn't you make a commitment? And I was like, I did make a commitment. So I popped out, got my clothes on, went for the run in the woods. And I'm telling you something right now, the beauty here in Utah in the spring, I'm getting to experience something, the different seasons that I haven't had a chance to do before. Earlene, I hope I said it right, welcome. So it's that commitment, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And so by living that commitment, getting up and doing that, man, I felt so good starting the day with everything I've done. I have been in that inspired space. But I had to live my commitment. It was so easy not to. That bed felt so comfortable. But now that I've done it, I know that moving forward, it becomes easier. It's what we call momentum. We get momentum going. So when that mind is telling me, well, you don't really need to do this, it's, no. I know what it feels like when I live my commitments. Well, that's the same thing in anything in life. When people know that you're committed behind whatever you say, your word is your word, man, they want to deal with you. They want to work with you. And so I know for myself, if I'm going to teach and I'm going to coach commitment, I better live commitment. And sometimes it's easy to be distracted and have easy way outs. But I'm going to make a commitment that that's who I am going to be. And I'll do everything in my power to always be the best I can be. Like, for example, you might be a coach. Some of you who are watching this, you already are a life coach. Do you have a coach who coaches you? I mean, if you know the value of coaching, because that's why you're in this business, you know you can have impact on others. Are you being, in your own business as a coach, are you being committed to the best version of you? So I coach, but I also have a coach. Yes, because I've coached so long, I've got to go with a pretty high level coach, someone that like is beyond, because I coach a lot of coaches how to increase their business and how to be the best coach. So for my coach, I need someone that I feel like is at the top of their game and has the experience. But I do it because otherwise I'm a hypocrite. I'm out here, am I always advancing? Am I always making myself better so I can be better for others and they can find and be the best version of themselves? And it's about the commitment you make. And your actions really show truly how committed you are. I could have slid by today and not gotten out of bed. None of you would have known that. Not one of you would have known that I was sliding on a commitment. But I would know that I'm sliding on a commitment. And that's probably the most important gift that you can give yourself. So often we say, well, yeah, if I'm going to meet someone at 2 p.m., I'll be there because I'm committed. I know those people. They're an important client. I'm going to be there. But how often do we not go to the commitments we make to ourselves? Aren't you the most important person in your life? You should be, because the more you are committed to yourself, the easier it is for you to be that commitment to others. So you ready now? That's my lesson of the day, of the week. Now you're game ready. And I want to say, when we're talking about commitment, the reason I do these game readies, you might not even understand how important they are to do. But I know my own son, who's an extreme focus coach as well, had a new client, and he gave him a game ready, which is what we're going to do in a moment, that visualization where you see and go through it. And it was really interesting. It was a high school football player who lives in the state of Texas. High school football in Texas is, baby, Friday Night Lights is a big part of their life. So and this is one of the top players out of that area. So he gave him the game ready. And at the end of the visualization, the player didn't say anything. This is a very first time meeting with him. In fact, they don't even have the relationship yet, because Shane, the way that he coaches, that he needs to get a commitment out of whoever he's going to coach that they're committed 100%, or he won't take him on as a client. So he does this whole process, gives him a little bit of what he does, and does the game ready. Well, the player didn't say anything. And Shane goes, wow, maybe I'm not as on my game. It's funny. In fact, the potential client kind of chuckled. And Shane goes, so how did you feel going through that? And all of a sudden the guy goes, that is probably the best thing I have ever done. That was unbelievable. So here's Shane's thinking that he's speechless because, well, maybe it didn't mean anything to him, but he was speechless for the exact opposite. And right then, Shane knew that, you know what? I've been doing these game readies for a long time. He gets game readies for me. He's been getting, why is he a pro athlete? It's because of these game readies. He's been doing this a long time. But for him, it was like that reminder. Sometimes we all need that reminder. And I love that Brandy's on. There's a very committed person right there. She's so committed to everything she does. So awesome to have you on. We were talking about, if you watch the recording, to go into the whole level of today about commitment, because you are very committed. So with that said, let's do our visualization so that you see it and you step into it. The more you do this, the more you step into that best version of you. So it's a commitment level. But I do this every week so that you can absolutely tap into that flow that makes us better in everything we do. So first of all, set 3 intentions. 3 intentions of what you want to do this week. And again, it's not about the goals. You can set goals. The intentions are who you are to hit those goals. Who you act upon to be, how you take on anything. Pick 3 things. And if you can't do it right this moment, don't worry about it. After this, go ahead and think about it and write it down so you can constantly look at it and say, wait a minute. Because you'll have distractions. You go, no, this is what I'm committed to this week. See, that's the level of what I said. How big is your level? What level do you want to play at? How big is your yes into your commitment? And if you keep them out there to remind you, no, this is what I'm committed to this week, that's how you become the most successful version of yourself in everything you strive to be. Now, after you set that, now just take a moment and breathe in about all the things you're grateful for. We always constantly have different things that, we can say, oh, woe is me, or this is an issue, that's an issue. But when we just stop and think about all the things we truly have, the gifts we have, the people in our lives we can just take in and be absolutely grateful for, it changes your whole being. And in that strength that you receive from that, that's how you march forward. When I mentioned commitment in our Be a Beast program, we've got the Rhino. We call CO, for commitment. Because when a Rhino gets going, it doesn't have the ability to shift in that. So it knows where it's going. And the power is in the fact that you don't not get in the way of a Rhino. So that's the kind of commitment I'm talking about. Commitment to always stopping, taking a breath, and think about what you're grateful for. Now, in this moment of gratitude, go ahead and close your eyes. Now, as you close your eyes, I want you to see a gate. And as you see your gate, pass through your gate and come into a place of nature. It can be a place you've been to. It can be right here with me and just looking at the beauty around me. It can be any place that you want to be at, but just really appreciate every little detail of the beauty around you. Because what you're doing is closing down your chatter in your mind, and you're allowing yourself to tap into that greater intelligence, that greater strength that's available to you. So just appreciate the beauty around you that you see with your eyes closed. Nature loves to be appreciated, so now it radiates an energy that's so powerful. Man, just take that in. Breathe it in. And I want you to take 4 deep breaths where you breathe in that energy. Just hold it like for 4 seconds. And breathe out anything that's keeping you distracted or not feeling the strength of who you truly are. We all are remarkable if we allow ourselves to be remarkable. And it takes a moment of tapping into that strength that God's given us and allowing a partnership in that to lead you. So then see another gate as you take those breaths, see another gate and come through that gate. Now see yourself living your commitments that you've chosen to make, and take joy in every little thing that each step you take. That's the beauty of life. It's not about winning the championship always. It's about being the champion now. That's how you become a champ. That's how you win a championship. You decide, I'm a champion now. So you live it each day and see yourself living in that championship form. And you're just living your commitment so fully that you got a big smile on your face, because that's what drives you. That's what makes you a better you, that other people want to be around you, because you're an inspiration to others just by who you are. So be true to that and see that and rejoice in that. Take that in and breathe it in fully. Now come back through the gate, come back into this place of nature, and I want you to see some running water, beautiful water, just clear, and it's the most ice-cold, refreshing water you've ever tasted. So as you drink it in, you can feel it inspire you. Inside, it's just, man, it's invigorating. Like today, I'm out in the sunshine. So the outside, I'm soaking in the sun, but I'm taking in the gift of life through this water and allowing it to just, the clearest, most refreshing water, just to energize me. Every cell in my body is absolutely being inspired to be that stronger me that's available to me if I allow myself to take the time to do this. Now see yourself walk, take one more look at the beauty around you. Breathe that in. Let that be the strength that will guide you all week long. This is starting your week strong, and you know you always have this place to come to stay in this strength. So walk in that strength. You are remarkable. You're absolutely remarkable, but we let our outside distractions get in the way of the brilliance of who we are. Let your diamond shine today. So when that sun's shining through, it sees all the glory of you. So others can see that and feel inspired just by being in your presence. Take that strength, walk out through that first gate, open your eyes, you're game ready. You've now started your week strong. Stay strong through the week. On Friday, Shane and I do our Aloha Fridays. And it is always fun, always revealing some other aspect that is inspired. So it's making business casual, so to speak, on Friday. It's been your week. So we finished the week strong too. That's what our whole plan at Extreme Focus is to give you ways to stay strong in any moment. Because you've got the gift already there. We just open the door so you to use it fully. So with that, be a beast in all you do. Your game ready. I'll see you next Monday, but hopefully I'll also see you on Friday. And tomorrow night, tomorrow night we have a call. If you don't know, if you're not on our email list, put your email address, either message me your email address or if you feel comfortable giving it to in the comments, and we'll give you an invitation. It's free. We're having a remarkable call tomorrow evening. We'll send you out the details. Mark McAuliffe, who is an amazing coach, will be on. I will be on. Shane will be on, and it will light your fire. So join us. There's no cost to it other than your time. And if you spend your time developing your pure wisdom, opening that pathway, can't think of a better way to spend your time, because you'll be happier as you achieve more. So now I'll officially say, be a beast in all you do. Over and out.